Hello and welcome to day one of the Dillos Diz Very Merry Vlogmas. Is that what we're calling it again this year? I don't know, I just decided it, so maybe it is. We started doing Vlogmas last year on a whim. Here we are again. No plans, really, besides, I think, maybe 2 days. But we'll get there. We did it last year, we'll do it again. And this vlog actually should have gone out as just a regular Dillos Diz vlog over the weekend, probably last week, because I was in New York City on Thanksgiving Eve, and I really wanted to put out a video showing you my trek into the city to try to see the Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons being inflated. However, on Thanksgiving morning, my son woke up sick, and his cold kind of ran through the family during the weekend, so I'm a little delayed. But it's fine, because now it's Vlogmas, and I can share the story with you. So I'm going to warn you now, the story may not end the way you were hoping, because the story didn't really go the way we were hoping. So we live about an hour from the city, which actually was right on point for how quick we were able to get into the city on Thanksgiving Eve, which surprised us. We picked up the kids from school, went right in. However, once we got into the city, then it took some time to kind of weave our way around. So the kids had been in the car a really long time. They were tired. It was after school anyway. By the time we parked, it was probably a good 2 hours or more in the car. So they were ready to get out and go. It was already starting to get dark. It was a whole thing. So we finally found a parking spot on the street, which is unheard of, but we did it. It was a little bit of a walk, but it was fine because we actually brought the stroller, and I don't know what made me think of the stroller before we left, since we typically don't use it except for places like Disney World. So I was just like, oh, we should bring it just in case, and good thing, because they would have never done the walk otherwise. The entrance to the line to go through and see the balloons was on 71st and Columbus, if you're familiar with New York City. The balloons themselves were set up on 77th Street and 84th Street. I forget where we parked. Oh, we parked on 62nd and Amsterdam. If you want to get out on New York City map so you can map your way with me, feel free. So once we parked, we started walking towards where we thought we would just get online and see the balloons, and it'll be fine. Now, of course, the holidays are starting. It's the night before Thanksgiving, which is the biggest party day of the year. So you have people out and about, young people looking to party. And then you have people in town for the parade. You have people in town to see families. You have people in town for various reasons. It's New York City. The city never sleeps. So it was definitely crowded, but it was fun to walk through. Kind of got to see more sites parking so far away. So we got to pass Lincoln Center, we passed ABC Studios, we passed a lot of different things along the way, and you'll see that in the video I put up in a few minutes after I'm done talking. But we got to the entrance of where we had to get online. First off, you needed to be vaccinated and masked in order to go through to see the balloons, which was fine. We are, so no problem there. As we're heading towards the start, we see that there's a line kind of around the corner from it, and I said, ooh, I think this might be the line to get there. We stopped someone, confirmed it was, and we said, okay, no problem. We'll just walk to the back of the line. We're so silly. It's as if we don't know New York. It's funny. So we start walking around the corner, and we're like, oh, it probably goes to the next corner. No. So we walk all the way down to the next block, and now we're basically facing Central Park. And as we're facing Central Park, we see the line is now doing this and then this. And it's going. We can't even see the end. We did cross over a block a little bit, not on the line, but across the way from it, just to be like, how far does that go? We couldn't tell. And the line we were seeing as it is we're like, that alone, what we can see, would probably take at least an hour, if not more. So we decided, okay, I don't think we're doing this. But we're in the city. We have to try to see something. I mean, we did this big drive. The kids are exhausted by this point. So we couldn't walk along the park because everything was being set up for the parade. So we went back again and we started walking back towards the 71st and Columbus area, but on the opposite side of the street so that we could see if we could sneak some peeks. And so we were still, again, the balloons weren't set up until 77th. So then we walked down to 77th, and we did sneak a peek of the balloons. There were a lot of police, of course. There were a lot of trucks. There were a lot of things. So it's not like we got the best view or a clear view, but we saw hints of balloons that we could go, look, kids, balloons. You'll see those in the parade tomorrow. So we did that, and then we're like, we're here. Let's walk up to 84th. Walked up to 84th. Which was the key, because on 84th, there was the Pokemon balloon, and all was right with the world. I mean, then the kids just were so excited because it was Pikachu and Eevee. I mean, come on. So we got to see that balloon, we got to see the Macy's star. Very cool, got a little family selfie in front of it. I mean, not in front of it, across the street. It's in the background. It's fine, it counted. So that was it, and then we called it. So we started walking back to 62nd and Amsterdam. Along the way, made a stop at Gray's Papaya. We used to frequent Gray's Papaya a lot more when we lived in Queens, and even when we just used to visit the city more than we do now. So really cool to visit it again. The 7-year-old wanted a hot dog, ate it, and said it was like the best hot dog in the world. So I mean, if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does. So I'm going to release the footage and the video I took kind of just walking around the city. I had done an Instagram live, I had done a TikTok live. I was kind of just here and there just in case we saw something cool and people could catch it live. That didn't happen, but I was taking video in between. So I'll just show you my walk around the city. You'll get to see the sneak peeks that I saw. You'll get to see ABC News, the local news happening. They were filming as we were walking past. I think they were at a commercial when we had initially walked past there. But you can see some video along the way, kind of give you the feels of New York City. And maybe next year we'll try again. Maybe not. We'll see. Probably not. Deuces.